ways to make money for our school system.
That is one. Let me back up and answer that for the people. We asked the citizens of this county last summer, would they prefer to, or would they be interested in allowing us to accept out-of-county students with tuition? That answer is no. But we have had.
If we'd had all the information, we may have said things differently.
I know. But we have had some other people come back to raise that question for the vote. And surely before all of this is over, there will be a definitive answer on what should be done there. But you can control the fee, outside.
Okay.
By simply specifying or setting criteria for students who come.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Stephen Richard. I have two boys here, one in pre-K, one in kindergarten. And Ms. Fannin is their teacher in both cases, but Mr. Fannin. My question is, I'm looking at your math here, and I feel like this really isn't fair, because when I moved to my neighborhood, which is right off of Inman up here, and you say there's no neighborhoods nearby, well, I'm like within 2 miles or a mile from here. And I went through when you closed East Fayette. Now, we already paid that cost. And I had to have 6 different buses coming in my neighborhood every morning, because you had some of them go into the Whitewater and the Fayette Middle. Well, looking at your math, Spring Hill is worse off than Inman. It's next to a dump. Who wants to be there? I mean, you're going to close Spring Hill. This school is brand new, and I can't help but, there's got to be an elephant in the room here. And why is this school and Rivers on the east and west bypass? And that's what I know is going on here, is why it was added. And I think that's the real reason. I don't think it has nothing to do with quick and dirty numbers. It's political, and that's my opinion.
What we're going to do at this time, thank you very much. I think a lot of us echo the sentiment here, and I understand that you're declining a comment at this time. So what we'll do is go ahead and take it. Could everyone again who has a question please stand so we can make sure everybody's question is heard and everybody's served. Okay, just so that we're clear, we're going to take these 2 on the back row. And are you? Okay, two here, and then here. This gentleman's been waiting. Thank you for your patience, sir. And then we'll address your
Dion.
Yes.
I was wondering if there's any way you can get somebody from the superintendent's office that's actually making these decisions here so we can talk to them.
You can.
No.
All you do is ask.
He was here last week.
So we need them both here at the same time? No, because it's not
Okay, the superintendent, just so that we're clear, the superintendent, this board is the one that's making the recommendation and the decisions, and that's why they've come here to show a little bit of their reasoning. I understand from our PTO member that there are some people in the back who've been waiting for a while, so if you guys don't mind for 1 second, we're going to go back there.
Hi, I'm Teresa Robertson, and I have 3 grandchildren who go to this school. And my main concern is this. I'm very upset because, first of all, I heard about this a week ago. I've got children home right now crying and upset over this because this is all just coming out. You've got, teachers that are just starting this school year. So my question to you is, for lack of confusion here and to get this all straightened out, how soon is this decision going to be made? So that we can get our lives back to normal as families as well. I think from an emotional standpoint, this is very hard for all of us.
I understand that. There is a group of people working very hard to decide what to do. And as soon as they have finished their work, then they will make a recommendation. I agree with you, it should not be dragged out.
Do we
I
have
mean, this is
a,
the first time we've heard this about Inman. We had time to absorb these other schools over the summer. But we get hit with this a few days before now, and then we're just all supposed to accept this and try to explain to our children that they may not be coming here. I mean, I just think it's very unfair. And I think that somebody needs to make a decision very, very quickly so that we can, again, get our lives back to normal or whatever. But I don't think the school should be closed. It's ridiculous. This is a great school. My grandkids, I mean, they're accelerating in this school. They've done very, very well. And I don't know what your reasoning is politically or any other reason. But the bottom line is my concern is for the children and all of y'all's children. And that should be our focus. And it should be yours too when you're up there making decisions and making numbers. Is you need to think about the children at home right now instead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just have two questions, two-part. It's not going to be lengthy, but I would like to know, what do you propose, sir, happens to Inman Elementary?
I don't propose anything other than it be looked at, along with all the other schools, in terms of which ones we have to close.
Okay, and you also mentioned that the citizens they had a meeting. It is in reference to opening up the county to allow other students from all over Georgia to attend here, especially if they're 50 miles or less, and they can be bused and also bring revenue into the county. When is there going to be another meeting for that? Because I wasn't informed about that. I never even knew anything about it. And the demographics of those personnel, were their children already out of school or they're already adults? You can't just use a certain amount of people in a certain age group and say that your kids or whatever cannot go to the school or they're gonna, do you understand what I'm saying? Because I want to know exactly where this meeting took place, because I would like to have been a part of it. I'm sure a lot of other parents would have liked to have been a part of that.
I'm having trouble here.
her question was to follow up with the recommendation.
Kind of simple.
Right, sure. The bottom line is, when will you discuss the other options for revenue? And when will we know what the final decision is on school recommendations?
The recommendation for that will need to come from the superintendent. See, the board does not just arbitrarily make recommendations. They normally come from the ground. If you're concerned about that, let him know. And I'm not telling you to pressure. But if you think it's something that should be done, let him know that. Because he is trying to respond to what the community has already told him. So we got to give an answer to deal with.
Hi, you talked about how much money you're going to save if you close this school, but can we talk about how much you're going to lose? When you look around the school and you look at all the technology in the school, there are millions of dollars of technology. I've been in many elementary schools. This is one of the only true 21st century elementary schools in Fayette County, let alone in the surrounding.
Rivers is one, but you keep it close.
Say how important it is to your children to learn through 21st century elementary school. How in the world can you tell me that closing this school rather than the other ones that don't have it is beneficial to the students of Fayetteville?
I still have not.
We all have it. We all have it.
Excuse me, I think what we're trying to clarify here is the analytics and the cost-benefit analytics. You said that, one, you're only looking into operational costs. And we've said as a community that our teachers, the quality of the teachers and the education, that there's some intrinsic benefits that aren't directly tied to cost, including the quality of the education, the advancement of the technology, and other things that are more important than simply operational costs for an institution. How are those going to be factored in?
Well, if you do a complete analysis, you will take into consideration the assets in the school, the cost for instruction, and in smaller schools it's usually higher because you have to have extra teachers.
And what about the intangibles, which is the quality of the education and the type of technology we have?
That one will be a hard one to measure, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have not heard one thing from you tonight that I have not heard at Brooke